I get back home, go to the freezer. Guess what has happened? You've guessed it. The freezer has gone out.
Bingo cards out. My dad worked at Nintendo, Phil.
What titles are worth your time, money, and energy? And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to hop in. Some numbers have been crunched. Some things have been done. And I am excited to talk through those different elements today. If you're looking for a phone game that is free, has enough depth, and is in this Marvel wrapper that's good, this is it. This is the game. I'm not going to play this any more than I already have. And it's going to be something that everyone's buzzed about. You get to the end of the year, you get to the end of 2022, and all of a sudden, Tunic doesn't have the same traction that people had for it early. And this is one of those games that really surprises me in not being in more top spots or more lists across the board. Did it do well in the Game of the Year? Heck yeah, it did. But did it hit the high heights that I thought it was going to? And the answer is no, it didn't. Why is that? I think that there are other games that came out this year that look a little bit more influential, and I think that this game was very Fez-like in that it was hard to penetrate. So as you got 75% of the way through, based on what I've heard, this game became almost too obtuse, like too difficult to migrate, too uncertain on where to go next. I'm very excited to play this. I would say that if I was going to list like the games I'm most excited to play, this rings up there as close to number one for me. So chances of me hopping into this game are very, very high. This is almost like that treat that you don't want to eat all of right away, right? I almost want to I know I'm going to love this game, so I'm going to put it out a little bit, work through some of the homework before I come back and play Tuna. And essentially why I was impressed with this title specifically was because it took like the medieval times wrapper and put it perfectly on top of a Borderlands game. And I thought their ability to really marry those two concepts felt very effortless. This is a game that I'm disappointed more people didn't get in and play. If anything, this would be like one of the more underrated games that came out in 2022, if you're asking me. I think it's a really, really underrated title, and I think that it's worth more people's time. If you're a multiplayer and looking for a good co-op game, I think that this is a game that I would seriously consider because it's just straight fun, man. You're just coming in, you're just shooting people first person style and taking people out. Specifically, it's the cat game. If like you're wondering what game I'm talking about, it's the game with the kitty cat in it, right? And it has a really cool art style, kind of futuristic. I'm probably going to play it. This is going to be added to my backlog list and will go into a category I'm going to call, should I buy a PS5? Is this the year? Is 2023 the year that I'm going to buy a PS5? Maybe? What we're seeing in the number one slot to the tune of 17 repeating lists is Elden Ring. Elden Ring has taken the internet by storm. It's a game that felt very niche when it came out, and since then it has captured the hearts and minds of many individuals, from the individuals that have always played from software games that love this kind of like hard as nails, knock your head against the wall over and over until you beat the boss gameplay, to those individuals that don't really enter this world unless they have to. And what the craziest thing about this title, in my opinion, is that this is not a easily onboarded player experience, right? There is some cruft around this this genre in general, and I believe that they found a way to either make that barrier to entry so low that people can hop over it easily. And this is probably one of those games that I'm most excited to play because it repeats so many times. When you have a narrative experience that is doing something that really moves people, like the action-based game that we normally see on these GOTY lists is not necessarily a lock to keep it in the top 10, right? So take, for example, Horizon Forbidden West, right? Looks like a beautiful game, a game that I'm going to let sit on this backlog until I play it. Really enjoyed the first one. But you listen to the internet talk about games like Norco and Citizen Sleeper and Pentiment, and they're more excited and more enthused about games like this than they are something like Horizon Forbidden West. Now, having not played either of those titles, like it's hard for me to sit here and judge them. What I find interesting is that you have these three games that are so narratively focused, and they are sitting on a lot of these Game of the Year lists. I will say that these three titles, though very different in presentation and look, obviously share some of the same DNA. And the reason I bring that up is if you really dig into those different lists that you have in front of you or that I had in front of me, they're not normally all three listed on the same lists. And the reason I think it's worth saying that these are all a little bit different but all a little bit the same is because if they were so starkly different, they wouldn't be cannibalizing each other's market. And I think that is what happened a little bit within these three games specifically. Narrative based, somewhat text based, and really moved people to really speak to different narrative choices and how it made them feel. And I think that's really cool. If you've watched this channel long enough, and kind of why I wanted to break off into this separate thing is I am so fascinated with video games because of the way they make you feel. And this is going to be a place where we can kind of breathe and talk about those things. And I'm very excited to get into these three titles very specifically. Norco, Pentiment is what you're seeing on the screen right now. And then also Citizen Sleeper, which I can pull up here in a second. But obviously these three games share some DNA. And I'm excited to get into them. Very excited to play with Kirby. Let's check this. Let's check this trailer out. Oh, it's a little Kirby. Oh, it's cute. Yep. Running right along. Something about Kirby is just like unfiltered joy, okay? Like Kirby just knows how to get there, get stuff done, make things happen, and you're gonna do it with a smile on your face. Go Kirby, go Kirby, go. Go Kirby, go Kirby, go. He's killing it. He's rocking and rolling.
Becoming anything, since Kirby is a cutie patootie. Oh, look, he's a car, or a roller coaster, or a vending machine.
No, he's just a little pink puffball.
Dude, Kirby can be a roller coaster. Enough said. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let's take a second to talk about this. Because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet straight up destroyed the internet. This game came out and people lost their ever loving mind. I mean, people were on all the TikToks, all the YouTubes, streaming this away, obviously on Twitch. Like everyone was talking about Scarlet and Violet. And for it to come in at the end of the year and land on one Game of the Year list is like shocking. It's literally shocking. And I think it's literally shocking. And the reason it's so shocking is because the internet lost their mind when this came out. They were obsessed with it. They played it for what felt like 3 days to a week. And look how good it is. Look how amazing it is. And then it like came and went. And then you get to the Game of the Year, and I think we all know that Scarlet and Violet had some serious issues, like technically launched and had some struggles. And I think that you saw that play out in these GOTY lists. I think that's a reason that you don't see this game on a lot of these GOTY lists, because it's something that kind of launched technically broken, if not chunky to say the least. It did not launch like a smooth, silky launch. It launched like a chunky chunkster and didn't quite get there. So I find it mind-blowing that this game is not necessarily on the list as often as we'd see it. So kind of going back to my notes, I think the things that I find very interesting are the narrative games. I've already talked about that, talked that into the dirt. But the other thing that I kind of want to point out that I find very interesting is that if you look at this Game of the Year list, what you see is a lot of repeats of Game Pass games. And why I find that so intriguing with 2022's Game of the Year is that I believe that Game Pass is influencing the way we play games. Let me back that up a little bit. Some of these games being offered on Game Pass got them more exposure. And because it got them more exposure, I think some of those titles are on this list. Returnal trailer. Let's check that out. Bum bum bum. Oh, this is a PS5 game. This is a PS5 game. Let's check this out. This game came out in 2022. It is a game that is a little bit action-based, rinse and repeat kind of a deal. Run-based is what I'm trying to say more accurately. So watching that game and this trailer seems pretty interesting. Let me get you that screen back a little bit more. Yeah, this is a game that I want to play. I want to try to play this game. Am I going to have to buy a PS5 to do it? Yeah, I am. As I continue to go through my list while that trailer is playing, It Takes Two. You've seen a little bit of that streamed on this channel, and you're going to continue to see it because I want to finish that game, and we're going to do it one little bit at a time. Inscription, also a game. Let's try to find something that I'm going to pop off of this list. Here, you want some audio on that? You deserve it.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different. As if
What is this? It's on Switch. Okay. This looks anime.
High school student living in Tokyo.
Okay.
Life is fairly normal.
Fairly normal.
But that reality is upended after you get pulled into a different dimension.
Oh no. Getting pulled in a different dimension. Stuff's getting real. Things are shaking violently. Oh. Ooh, heavy metal. You're winning me back.
Another Tokyo exists.
Another.
Apocalyptic world where angels and demons reside.
What is happening right now?
Suddenly, you fuse with a mysterious figure.
Dude, this just feels like another case of the Mondays for me. You know what I mean? You fuse with a demon too. Let's see. Oh, this is JRPG for show. Oh, look at this. You can have conversations with beasts. Pretty cool concept. But you know what this screams to me, guys? It's a JRPG. Please don't play me. Let's check it out. Tell them. Launch trailer. Oh, I thought it was... See what showed up? Somebody towing an actual car. Oh, look at this art style. This looks fun. This could stay in your heart long after you beat it. Get it? Heart, beat. Yeah, they made it funny. I'm into it. This seems cute. Perfect for snuggling under the blanket. This feels like a rainy day game. Tow 'em, huh? Okay, we get to take pictures. It's very like zen. Oh, but you gotta take pictures and everything. Dude, I don't want to take pictures in real life, let alone a fake game. What are we doing here? Toem, a photo adventure. Available now. Moonglow Bay. Okay, see, we're getting into games that I haven't even heard before, and I kind of just want to drop them without even hesitating, and maybe I should, but something about me will not allow that. Interesting art style. Okay. Guy in a boat. Not Minecraft, but Minecraft. Okay. It rains in this world. That's a little sad. People read books. What are we doing here? This is very heartfelt. This is very city builder. This feels to me like this is Animal Crossing. Nier Automata is probably one of my faves that came out unexpectedly so. Oh, here, you gotta watch a commercial. And this is Octopath Traveler 2, I think. Casey's real excited about that. Oh, it's a Squeenix game. Strike one. This thing isn't going to tell me anything. Dude, I don't know. Like, Nier Automata was a really good game. Like, I really liked Nier Automata. I don't know that I need to go back to the Nier universe. I don't really know what this is. Cookie Run Kingdom game? Trailer? I don't think I need English. That was from the Nier search that we were doing. Cookie Run Kingdom. Okay. Oh, geez. Is this all supposed to be... Is it like super animated like that? Here's the actual trailer. Let's see what we have. Oh, cute as heck, first of all. What are we looking at here? Raise cookies. Build your sweet kingdom. Okay. All right. You can build a kingdom. You can bring your kingdom to life. Also cool. You can get really upset cookie people that attack things. This feels like a phone game, guys. I don't know. You know how I feel about phone games. You know how I feel about phone games. It's not my favorite thing. A new cookie run RPG. Just check this puppy out. Okay, tile based. I like the way you move, tile based. Okay. Oh gosh. This is giving me serious Catan vibes. Settlers. Okay. Locking things into place. I like it. The numbers go up. Oh, God. This game looks really good, guys. Oh no. Oh no, this game could live in my brain rent-free. Explore colorful biomes. Yeah, I like that. God, the art style is so darn cool. Okay, you've sold me. This game stays on the list. This game stays on the list. It's good. Find new tile sets. Oh my goodness. Eastward. Let's check out Eastward. I think this is a game that Casey Cool on the cast was really a fan of. Let's see. Eastward launch trailer for the Switch. Ooh, Chucklefish. Good luck. I mean, Chucklefish does some great work. Very excited about them. Just out here smoking cigs, doing my thing. Okay. A lady in a bubble. Cool. Loving the art style. Feeling anime with a dude riding a rocket. I love it. This is core, man. This is hardcore. Okay. Ooh. Cool art style. Great music. Seems very lived in. I'm sold. Battle Royale launch trailer. Let's see what we got. Oh man. It's word based? What is this? What is this garbo right here? Oh no. It's a Scrabble game? No. Dude, Scrabble games? Not my style. This one looks really good. I appreciate you. I see you. I'ma keep you at a distance. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So I have finished Fire Emblem 3 Houses. It is officially complete. It is off my backlog, and it was an experience, to say the least. I'm going to mute this, and you can kind of see the video that's playing in the background. But essentially, if you heard me talk about this on Tuesday, I kind of went over it with Casey. The thing about this game is that Casey loves this game. And Casey, if you're hearing this, I appreciate you. I love you. If you are like Casey and you are somebody who appreciates a good RPG or likes JRPGs in general, this is a game that I believe you should play as somebody that is an enthusiast of JRPGs. I think that the way that they combine the teaching elements, the team elements, and the player roster with the interpersonal characters is really brilliantly done. You are essentially teaching a student, you are then having a conversation with that student, you are then battling with that student. And that triangle essentially rotates over and over. And what it does is it endears you or ties you to those characters in such a significant way that you really learn to appreciate them. If you do not like RPGs and you are hesitant to get in them, much like I am, I would suggest that you pass on Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and here's why. When it comes down to the students and those relationships that you make within this game, I think that they are very engaging and good. My problem is somebody that doesn't like JRPGs like myself, it took me 40 hours to turn the corner on this game. 40 hours. And when I clock in at 55 hours at the end of the game, I appreciate what it is. It has made me feel for these characters, but it took me 40 hours to get there, to get comfortable with the systems, to actually understand the beats of the game. It's not a language that I knew how to speak initially, and I don't know that it was worth the investment in learning how to speak the language. The students' relationships are very anime in that some of them are very deep, heartfelt stories that are very built out, and others just feel super flimsy. Like some characters you can tell that they really, really liked and they had somewhere to go, and others are just like, I don't know, this guy likes to eat a lot, and maybe he'll interact with an interesting character down the road, but he's not really the character that really comes through and you're like, yeah, I got to get to know them. So because of those reasons, I kind of bounced off of this game. I would suggest that if you're not like a lover of JRPGs, to pass on this game. The systems are really hard to completely get your head around, and once you do, you're about 30 or 40 hours in. So, in terms of the rest of this game, the battling is strong. If there was a game that was just focused on the battling, I think I would have liked it more. As I'm talking about this game, Fire Emblem Engage comes out tomorrow to the public. So if that's something that interests you, I would almost gravitate towards Engage. This has been a dream becoming reality right before your eyes with this Underpowered channel. So thank you for your support, and thank you for liking and subscribing wherever the heck you may be watching us.